Hello, once again, Star Wars and Unboxing fans. Welcome to a special episode of Darth Tuba's Star Wars Unboxing Show. This is our Sideshow Hot Toys retrospective, where we go back on some of the earlier, at this point, Sideshow 12-inch figures and do a review of them. These are figures that came out well before I started the channel, so I thought I would just kind of give my thoughts on it. Yes, the tree is still up. Yes, remember what I have said. We are not filming like in time. We have kind of episodes that are kind of pre-recorded early on, so I'm sure by the time you're watching this video we have taken the tree down. But we are still in the holiday spirit here in the Darth Tuba studio. So, and what says holidays, peace on earth, goodwill towards all, better than the Emperor Darth Sidious, evil ruler that tried to destroy everything. So there you go. But this is a Sideshow, actually it was like a kind of a two-pack that was released in 2007. It was the, based on Episode 3's Emperor Palpatine, or I should say Supreme Chancellor Palpatine and Emperor Palpatine / Darth Sidious, or just the Emperor. So let me bring these up a little bit closer to you, so make sure we're not knocking other things over here, so that we can kind of get a good look at them. I think what I might do is actually raise this up a little bit so you can see them a little bit better. I'm using kind of another Sideshow box. Why don't we start with the kindly, careful there, the kindly Sheev Palpatine, who is the mentor of Anakin Skywalker, and the kindly gentleman. I do notice, and sadly, I mentioned this on previous episodes, some of these figures have seen some, I guess you could say, some mold because of moisture issues in my basement. Thankfully, it's not a permanent mold. It's something that kind of dusts off. Certainly not something I want to breathe in too much, but for displayability purposes, I've been trying to find ways to kind of improve that. Now, of course, this is Sideshow, and this was the definitive sculpting technique. Great artisans that could do amazing jobs with the characters. And I'll give a nice up-close view there, as you can see. Now, we've talked about this in the past, that if you compare this to the 3D scans, you would definitely see that the Hot Toys 12-inch figures definitely do a slightly better job. Although I thought they did a pretty good job of Ian McDiarmid's kindly but serious face that you would see in the role of Sheev Palpatine. They never say Sheev in the show, though, do they? You read about it in books and stuff, but it's never said in any of the episodes. So, of course, the role was a dual role, and I wonder if it was always by design, that anybody would not already know. Like, when Episode 1 came out in 1999, and the role of Palpatine was brought back, it was played by Ian McDiarmid, us Star Wars fans knew who Ian McDiarmid was. We remember the credits from all the characters, and we try to soak up everything we can. But when you forget that for a mass amount of people that go to see the movie, it's just another Star Wars movie, and they go, they see it, they either like it or don't like it or whatever, and then they just forget about it. So for many, I wonder if they went in to see this movie and they saw a slightly younger looking Palpatine that was kind of an aide to Padme and seemed like a nice guy. Did anybody get fooled by the fact that the other guy in the scene with the hood covering his face that sounded suspiciously similar, I don't know, I thought he did, was it the same character? Was it the same person playing both roles? Was it the same character altogether? Were they seeing that? Or was it meant to be kind of a mystery, and then it came into 100% even Episode 2. Even Episode 2, there wasn't like a true thing. All there was a little bit of Palpatine kind of coaxing Anakin and making him feel like he could trust him, that kind of thing. But it really wasn't until Episode 3 until the obvious reveal, came into play. So, I don't know. Just always wondered that. Anyway, so I don't have his container. I have to get his containers in storage, but it does include his lightsaber, and I believe it has the option of having a lit thing. Obviously, this character, you don't see him too much with the lightsaber, but he does get the lightsaber going when Mace Windu and his 3 cohorts try to arrest him. He was threatening me, Master Jedi, when it comes out of his wrist sleeve. So overall, pretty good. I think he's a little bunched up here in the shoulders. I don't recall him being quite so bulky up here. I think that's just the nature of the way the fabric falls on the doll. So, but everything else, it's just basically trousers. He's got, I guess, like mid-length boots. I don't know if that's movie accurate. I didn't see his boots, but really cool thing. And again, I think he probably comes with multiple hands, but I don't believe he came with a blaster or anything. So just a lightsaber, and that is the kindly sort of. Although they do make him look pretty serious here. Only through me can you achieve a power greater than any Jedi. I love Ian McDiarmid. I love that. And he's back. He's back. He's voicing Palpatine for the cartoons. Isn't that awesome? Oh my God. Great continuity. All right. And then, of course, we have the ever so oddly fashionable Emperor Palpatine. This is after, of course, he had his run-in with Mace Windu and was left scarred and deformed. So obviously he's got the reddish eyes, and there's always been a debate, a lot of discussion among fans, and the debate was: is this the way Palpatine always looked, and was this his disguise, or is this the way he always looked at it, and he was, truly, his face melted into that? Or was it that the way it was always trying to happen? I mean, it's more of a philosophical debate. But anyway, now the interesting thing about this character, and the interesting thing about this version of Palpatine, and this happened. This is what he was wearing in the scene, I believe, when he fights Yoda towards the very end of Episode 3. Look at it. I mean, just look at the outfit. It is extremely fashionable. Which I guess it makes sense. Ooh, he just fell off of his thing here. It makes sense that it would be fashionable. I mean, he's the Emperor, for goodness sake. I mean, of course he would have would have the finest things in life. But I mean, when you see him in Return of the Jedi, he's basically just gone all black. But they do say that he kind of becomes much more reclusive between the time of the Revenge of the Sith and Return of the Jedi, when we technically see him again. Oh, I guess we see him briefly in Empire then. And Sideshow does a great job with these slight wires, kind of, so you can actually place it. It falls better on his head. It falls better, and his whole outfit falls better, I think, on this figure than on this figure. So, and of course, this one I chose to also include the red lightsaber hilt. I love the Palpatine hilt. I think that the hilt for his lightsaber is the most unique. It's not even. It doesn't even look like a lightsaber. It looks like some other kind of organic thing, and it's kind of. I don't even want to go where. Let's not talk about that. But it's just very interesting that it would, of course, looks different than anybody else. It's almost like an appendage, if you will. So we'll leave it there. But I do like that it's different. And of course, a red blade. You have to have a red blade. So, inside it, he's got like an inner tunic. He's got his mid-level boots again. So, very, very, very royal. I mean, he's definitely going for the whole Emperor thing. He's definitely starting off taking it as, I am the Emperor of the universe. I'm Emperor of all. And he actually has that kind of mode about him. So, all told, I've been making kind of a checklist, and there are a lot of figures I skipped over around 2007 into 8, but I did manage to, acquire these two because I just thought these guys, to me, are just the epitome of it. In many ways, the prequels were the Palpatine story. And I like that having a representation of that with these characters. Now, having said that, there have been other releases, later releases, Throne, including a Throne, which we'll get to. But for what they are, I'm really happy with these. Again, I know Hot Toys has really improved the sculpting with the 3D sculpting, and that's fantastic. I don't recall if they have done a new Emperor from The Rise of Skywalker yet. I may consider getting that one just because I'm really a big fan of this character, and I, for one, was very happy for his return. I felt like if you were going to tell a Skywalker story and end it, then you needed to have Palpatine as part of it in some capacity. So I was kind of happy for it. I liked how they utilized him, kind of, the puppet master in the prequels, and I'm happy to have these figures to represent that. So that'll do it for today's Sideshow Retrospective. I'm probably going to be doing a few of these moving forward, so I hope you guys will tune into those. Thank you so much for watching. You know all the other stuff, like, subscribe, everything else. I'm going to try to get away from all that. I think you've heard enough. People who get to by the time you find my YouTube channel, I'm sure you're doing that. So do all the things. Thank you so much, but spread the word about the channel so that other people may know. I just love sharing my love for Star Wars with the people out there. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, may the Force and the toys be with you. Do it!